At some point in our lives, we have all felt it. The sting of standing before a window of opportunity, only to watch it slide shut. The suffocating feeling of being trapped by our circumstances, pressed down by an invisible glass ceiling. We yearn for change, for growth, for the things that populate our dreams, a more fulfilling career, deeper relationships, a richer inner world. Yet, we so often feel powerless, as if the map to this ideal life has been hidden where we can never find it. We forget the stark warning from the business philosopher Jim Rohn. If you don't design your own life plan, chances are you'll fall into someone else's plan. And guess what they have planned for you? Not much. But what if that map, that key that unlocks everything, isn't hidden in the outside world at all, but buried deep within ourselves? What if it is so simple that we walk past it every day, yet never recognize it for its profound power? That key, the first and most critical action to unleashing our potential, is to ask. This may sound deceptively simple, but to ask is not merely to voice a need. It is the beginning of a profound internal revolution, a form of alchemy that can forge vague wishes into tangible reality. It is a key most of us, for our entire lives, have never truly learned how to use. Chapter 1. The Alchemy of Asking. Forging vague wishes into a clear blueprint. A foundational truth of personal growth is this: asking is the beginning of receiving. The magic of this act is that it forces us to undertake an internal journey from chaos to clarity. Most of our desires exist as a floating mist. I want to be more successful. I wish I were happier. I hope to find love. These longings are real, but they are formless. They have no handle, no direction, and therefore no power. As the French writer Antoine de Saint-Exupéry noted, a goal without a plan is just a wish. The act of asking is a beam of light that cuts through this fog. When you must articulate your desire, whether to yourself or to the universe, you are forced to answer the essential questions. What does success look like in sharp detail? Is it a specific title, a concrete income, the creation of a celebrated work? Where does your happiness truly stem from? Is it a healthy body, the quiet solace of solitude, or quality time with family and friends? How must the love you crave manifest? Through silent understanding, unwavering support, or warm acceptance? Imagine a vast, boundless ocean representing all the opportunity, wealth, and joy life has to offer. Its resources are infinite, yet too many of us arrive at its shore with only a meager teaspoon, carefully scooping a single serving and then complaining of the ocean's stinginess. More tragically still are those who bring no vessel at all. They stand on the shoreline, studying the tides and analyzing the water's composition, yet never think to draw from its depths. Those who only study are the thinkers and hesitators among us. Those with the teaspoon are the ones who dare to dream, but only in small measures, held back by a fear of failure or a feeling that they are not worthy. To ask is the first step in confronting your own desire. It transforms you from a philosopher on the shoreline into a creator in a vessel. It turns the quiet mumble of, "I want," into the clear declaration of, "I am asking for." This declaration is the first treasure map of your life. When you write down your goal with clarity, it becomes a magnet, pulling towards you the very things you need. The more vividly you describe it, the stronger its pull becomes. Chapter 2. The Law of Deserving. Becoming the person capable of receiving. If asking is the first line in the equation, the next part is a deeper wisdom. It is not enough to simply ask. You must also make yourself worthy of receiving it. Jim Rohn provided a profound insight when he said, "Success is not something you pursue. Success is something you attract by the person you become." This reveals a subtle law of the universe, a principle of value exchange. Life does not grant your wishes because you want them. It rewards you because you are deserving of them. This is the fundamental shift from a mindset of taking to one of creating. Once you have clearly defined your request, the next question must be, to fulfill this request, who must I become? If you ask for wealth, you must become someone who can create immense value, manage resources wisely, and identify opportunities. Wealth is a byproduct of value, not an entitlement. If you ask for wisdom, you must become a humble student, a diligent reader, and a practitioner of thoughtful reflection. Wisdom is the reward for persistent inquiry. If you ask for love and respect, you must become someone worthy of being loved, someone who gives freely, and someone who respects others. Love and respect are magnetic forces. The light you cultivate within determines who you draw to you. This process is like calibrating your inner system. You cannot expect to hear a clear FM broadcast on an old AM radio. You must upgrade your internal hardware, your skills, your character, your mindset, your habits, until your frequency perfectly matches that of your request. The focus, then, is forever on becoming, not on having. As Rohn masterfully put it, the major reason for setting a goal is for what it makes of you to accomplish it. When you become the right person, the things you desire are no longer pursued, they are attracted. Chapter 3. The Engine of Belief. Plan like an adult, believe like a child. Herein lies one of life's most powerful paradoxes and the secret to achieving audacious goals. We must plan with the wisdom of an adult, yet believe with the faith of a child. The great industrialist Henry Ford famously said, "Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right." This perfectly encapsulates the power of belief. The adult world is one of skepticism, logic, and risk assessment. We are experts at forecasting failure. It's too difficult. I don't have the resources. What if I fail? These rational thoughts are cold, heavy anchors, keeping us safe in the harbor but preventing us from ever knowing the sea. A child, however, operates differently. In their world, impossible is not yet a concept. They believe they can build a magnificent sandcastle, that they can speak to the moon. This pure, unadulterated belief is a potent creative force. It commands the mind to silence the noise of doubt and focus entirely on the act of creation. This is not a call for blind optimism. It is a call for the art of dual thinking. Plan like an adult. This is where you apply your intelligence. You must break down your goal, chart your course, identify potential obstacles, and strategize solutions. This is a rigorous, reality-based process. You must build a sturdy vessel. Believe like a child. Once your ship is built and your course is charted, you must believe with every fiber of your being that it will carry you to your destination. You will face storms and you may lose your way, but the unwavering belief in your heart, "I will arrive," is the compass that will guide you and the fuel that will sustain you. The adult's skepticism paralyzes us. The child's blind faith can lead to reckless ruin. Only by marrying the two, by planning with our sharpest minds and believing with our purest hearts, can we truly master the voyage of our lives. A guide for your journey. Your 90-day voyage. Theories must lead to action. If you wish to embark on this journey of self-discovery, begin with a 90-day challenge. It is long enough to forge a new habit and witness a new version of yourself emerge. Step 1. Create your captain's log. Ask with clarity. Find a quiet afternoon and a new notebook. On the first page, title it, "My Life's Requests." Then, in the most specific and vivid language possible, write down the 3 to 5 goals you most want to achieve in the next 90 days, 1 year, and 5 years. Step 2. Chart your growth map. Become worthy. Beneath each goal, start a new section titled, "To achieve this, I must become." List the skills you need to learn, the habits you must cultivate, and the character traits you must develop. This is your blueprint for becoming. For as Aristotle taught us, we are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. Step 3. Trade your teaspoon for a bucket. Dare to dream. Look at the goals you have written. Do they fill you with a touch of fear and excitement? If not, Your request is too small. Cross it out and write a bolder version. Challenge the part of you that has been conditioned to ask for less. Step 4. Set sail immediately. The power of the first step. As Lao Tzu said, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. What is the smallest possible action you can take today toward one of your goals? Read 10 pages? Make one phone call? Write the first line of code? Put on your running shoes and go for a walk. Do not wait. As Rohn said, discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. Step 5. Tend the fire of belief. A daily ritual. Spend 10 minutes each morning and evening with your captain's log. In the morning, it sets your course. In the evening, it allows you to visualize the joy of your achievement. This simple ritual fuels the engine of your belief, keeping the child's faith burning brightly within you. The key that unlocks everything has been in your possession all along. It is not a grand theory or a complex technique, but the simple, courageous act of making a clear request. It is an ancient bell waiting to be struck to awaken the slumbering soul and announce that the time for change is now. Life is not a passive drama to be watched, but an active voyage to be undertaken. The vast ocean, filled with infinite treasures and possibilities, lies before you. Are you ready to make your request?